I guess like maybe all the rhino keepers must be quite macho.
You can see the muscle there.
Everything is XL for these animals. Everything.
Even the keepers. Right?
Hi everyone, I'm Teresa from Mandai Wildlife Group and welcome back to another episode of #AMA Ask Mandai Anything, where you ask, we answer. Happy
World Rhino Day from all of us
here at Mandai Wildlife Reserve.
Today we have Hikmat, who takes care of our white rhinos at Singapore Zoo, and Jeremy, who takes care of the Indian rhinos at Night Safari. Have you received any interesting questions by your family, friends or guests about our rhino or your jobs before?
Yes, of course. One of the questions they ask whether our rhinos are fake.
Oh yes, and whether the sound that they hear are recordings.
But rest assured, they are much the real deal.
Alright, shall we get started to see what other interesting questions we have received today?
Okay,
Yes,
let's go.
Okay, so for the first question, why are herbivore keepers all so cool?
So we are cool and also gentle as the rhino, right?
It's because of the animals that we take care of. They're so cool. So I guess so you just rub on us.
Okay, I guess
Probably that.
all herbivores keepers are really cool, like
Thank you.
Jeremy and Hikmat over here. Alright, next question.
Yeah.
So what was it like travelling with the rhinos?
It was a great experience. I mean, I've been with the rhinos since they were calf. So these two rhinos are part of inter-zoo breeding programs. So they are there to increase the number of rhinos under human care. They are good rhinos, you know. They can breed.
They're good
actually.
genes.
Yes, they have good
Nice.
genes. From Singapore Zoo, we treat them all the way to the airport. We got to stay there about 2 or 3 hours before we fly off to Taiwan. So from Taiwan, and we have a stopover there for 12 hours. From Anchorage all the way to JFK.
It sounds like, to me, it's a tour.
Yes.
A world tour.
So they have this crate and it's climate control. The driver asked me, what's the best temperature to put? And I said 30 or 32. They said, are you sure 30, 32? Yeah. So actually 30, 32 is in degrees Fahrenheit. Celsius. Yeah, so I asked them to change.
How did we prepare for their long journey? And we all know they poop quite a lot.
It's just let it
They just have to bear with it until
just
then.
let it be there.
Must be quite smelly.
Yes. If it's 10, it's 10. If you're at the tram station, right, you can smell. This nice smell. It's like welcome to wild Africa.
So as keepers, what do you all have to do? You just
We are used to it.
Yeah, actually, we smell it no more.
Good news for us also, one of the rhinos just gave birth to a healthy male calf, and yes, a proud moment for us here in Singapore Zoo, and also to our counterpart there in Virginia Zoo.
You taught him well, he wastes no time.
Alright, so what are the rhinos' personality?
So one of them, you can see that she like to be by herself, like introvert, something like that, you know? Especially for the cow, active and like hyper, you see.
So we have a boy, which is ex-macho, but it's a little puppy. He is where the Bambi eyes, everything comes out.
So what's the secret to avoiding the Bambi eyes of the rhino?
Of course, I know when to give in and when not to give in. Let's say, for instance, he is being a very good boy when he sees the vet. He cooperates the whole way, definitely.
So why are herbivores fat, even though they eat vegetables? And while carnivores like cheetahs are slim and fast?
Don't say the word fat though.
Yeah.
They're very sensitive to that. Actually, it's more like to do with how their gut is. I mean, they eat greens, so therefore they need to have a very big gut to actually process all those. One thing, rhinos, when they poop, they like to stomp on it right after it.
In one day, we need to scoop out about 300 kilos of
Yes,
poop.
on
Can
average.
you imagine if they step on the poop,
Yes, correct.
then extra 100 kilo.
Maybe all the rhino keepers must be quite...
You can see the muscle there. So we don't need to go to the gym.
Yes.
We
Daily
just need
gym.
to scoop the poop. And
Yes.
Yeah.
And
That's our
carry
gym.
the food.
Yes.
Everything is XL for these animals. Everything.
Even the keepers, right?
So how do you weigh a rhino?
We get a whole bunch of small weighing machines. We tape them together. The animal jumps on it.
Really?
No, in this case, we get them comfortably, walk into a sort of a room where the floor is actually the weighing machine. So the machine can actually weigh an animal probably up to about 5 to 10 tons.
Wow.
Yeah. The one we have right now with us, the biggest boy is about 1.8 tons. He should reach at least about 2.2 up to 2.5 tons on average.
How do you get the rhinos to go into the room?
Oh, just call them. Call them. Oh! I mean, we have the tone for it. So when we want to call him, Upal, never come.
Yep.
So when you want to do training, Upal, come. You see the difference?
I tend to butter them with all kinds of compliments. Handsome boy, you sharp-looking boy.
Okay.
Sometimes they nod their head like that. Hi, Paz, what? Yeah, thank you.
What inspired you to be a wildlife caregiver?
I think when I was about 16, 17 years old, I went to the zoo. It's such a cool job and yeah, that's inspired me and it's always been my dream. Yeah, here I am right now.
It's just way much more interesting than working in an office anytime. They are way simpler. If they are hungry, they are hungry. I love them to bits.
What are some of the requirements that you know of that is needed to work in the zoo?
You must have interest, yeah? Not only interest, patience.
Mm.
Yeah, because animals, they can't talk.
They do not show you their weaknesses, anything. So we need to actually observe and know what is normal, what is not. Especially when our job is everything is extra large animals, poop, food, whatever.
Extra macho.
Yeah.
The most important is the muscles.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know. I have lots of those.
Yeah, I
You
know.
have?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course.
Does the rhino stand a chance to avoid extinction?
Simply put, yes. Everyone needs to play a part. And the most simplest thing I can tell everyone is when the buying stops, the killing stops too. A very good example for the rhino is they are killed because of their horn. Just to tell you, the horn is basically made of a similar material that you can find on your body as well, which is your fingernails and your hair.
It's made of compressed keratin.
Yes, correct.
Consuming the horns is just like consuming your fingernails and your hair.
Why are rhinos so cute?
Just look at what you have in front of you.
So if you go to the zoo or to night safari, if you look at the rhinos, don't forget to look at the keepers too,
Yes.
because they are cute. Kidding.
That's about all the questions that we have. So thank you, Jeremy and Hikmat, for sharing
Welcome.
so much with us. But before we say goodbye,
Ah.
I think it's time to turn the table.
Huh?
So do you have any questions maybe for each other?
You like to exchange rhinos?
So why not? Right. We don't exchange rhino. We exchange the keeper. You work in Singapore Zoo, I work in night safari.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
Okay.
better, right?
How about for you, Hikmat? Do you have any questions for Jeremy?
Of so many animals, why rhinos?
Well,
The herbivores
actually, I did not
rhinos.
fall in love with the rhinos, the adult one first. I fell in love with the calves. The personality just drew me in.
When you say that, I just fall in love with your words.
How was the experience of answering all these questions?
I actually had a lot of fun.
Yes.
Because at least I know a lot of people right here are so interested in the rhinos as well.
So we thought only we have like a direct question.
Yeah, simple question like who is cuter, me or him or stuff like that.
Of course, it's me.
No, lah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for tuning in to #AMA Ask Mandai Anything, where you ask.
We answer.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.